Dabo used his mobile money account to buy birthday gifts for his younger sister Liseli from an online gift shop called Mapalo Online Enterprise. He was very excited because the gifts were delivered on the expected day. The activity of electronically buying or selling of products on online services or over the internet is called e-commerce or electronic commerce. This lesson will discuss the processes involved in e-commerce. If you like our content, kindly subscribe and click on the bell icon so that every time we upload a new video, you will be informed. We also request that you may like and share this video because that's the only way you can help us to produce more. Thank you so much. By the end of this lesson, learners should describe e-commerce and the process of purchasing goods and services online and list advantages and disadvantages of e-commerce. So, what is e-commerce? Electronic commerce is simply buying and selling of goods and services online. A seller may set up an online shop and display pictures and videos of goods and services they are selling. These could be groceries, clothes, electronic equipment or accessories, and cleaning services. In e-commerce, items are paid for using all forms of electronic fund transfer discussed in lesson number 35. In order to buy goods and services online, the buyer is required to create an account with the seller's online platform. To do this, the buyer needs to supply personal information such as email address, password, name, and so on. During every purchase, the buyer is required to submit payment and delivery information. Purchases are made using an electronic card which has this symbol. The card records products and services that a customer chooses. It also generates and displays a sales invoice after all items to be purchased are selected. The buyer then makes payments using electronic fund transfer. After items are purchased online, the seller may deliver to the buyer's destination using different forms of transport depending on the size of the purchased goods. The forms of transport may include bicycles, motorbikes, vans, trucks, and so on. In online purchases, that may include services such as plumbing, vehicle servicing and repairs. Technicians or mechanics may also be transported to the place where works are required. E-commerce has quite a number of advantages. For example, online shops are always open and are accessible at any time. E-commerce also doesn't require people to physically travel to different locations to buy goods and services. Hence, it saves money which would otherwise be used for transport. The other advantage of e-commerce is that it is easier to search for and locate goods and services on e-commerce stores than the physical ones. Other advantages of e-commerce are that online shops have no geographical boundaries, and sometimes goods are cheaper because advertising cost is mostly lower on goods and services that are sold online. Despite having advantages, e-commerce also has disadvantages. Sometimes purchased goods and services may be delayed to be delivered based on the buyer's location. In e-commerce, there is no actual experience with goods. Hence, one may end up buying something they never intended. The risk of being scammed or defrauded is higher when one is buying goods online. When buying goods and services online, one's credit card information may be exposed, and this may increase the risk of information theft. Summary. In this lesson, you learned that e-commerce is buying and selling of goods and services online. You also learned that people can buy goods and services online using electronic fund transfer services, and that goods that are purchased online can be delivered to the buyer using various forms of transport. Lastly, you learned that there are advantages and disadvantages of buying goods and services through e-commerce. Revision exercise. A. What is e-commerce? B. Describe how one can buy goods and services using e-commerce. C. State 5 advantages and 4 disadvantages of e-commerce.